You don't mess with the droids, fam! Everyone, this is the top 10 Star Wars characters. Care actors. The care actors from Star Wars. And we are humongous Star Wars fans. I wore my Darth Vader shirt. I'm sorry, Leia Organa. And I'm very excited for this. This is from Rogue One. So, really excited. He wore, "Hello there." Yoda actually says this to Ahsoka Tano in Episode 1. Star Wars Episode 1.
You sure you want to do Star Wars?
Yeah.
You want
Star Wars.
Good.
So so number one, I don't know. I'm honestly feeling Spock is gonna be in my top 10. So I'm really just happy for this.
You want to do Star Trek? You want to do the top 10 Star Trek?
Okay, someone's not ready for this. We're gonna do our bottom 3 Star Rec characters. Star Wars and Trek mixed together.
Oh yeah.
Bottom 3. I'm very excited for this. I just want to throw this out there while we're doing this. I like to consider myself a true Star Wars fan because I started off on 1, 2, and 3 and got hooked. Went back. I love 4, 5, and 6. I do think they're probably the best ones, but I started and I love 1, 2, and 3, and I love 7, 8, and 9. What about you?
How do you feel about 10? Did you get to 10 yet?
I was saving that one, honestly.
I won't spoil it for you.
Okay.
But
I just didn't like that they went straight to...
Everyone dies.
Well, they went straight to VHS.
Well, I mean,
I thought that was
if you're
stupid.
trying to make money in this market, that's pretty much the only way to do it. I was raised like a purist.
Okay.
I was shown the originals by
Makes sense.
my parents, and then obviously I grew up with the prequels coming out.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I thought they were awesome, and then I got a little snobby, a little film snobby, and then appreciated them a little less. But they're all Star Wars, and all Star Wars is good Star Wars.
All right, are we ready?
So I'm ready.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wham. There it is.
Wham.
Do we see it? We see that? I'm gonna just push that down just a little bit. Who'd you put? You put Rey at number 10. And okay.
Yeah. What are we gonna go here?
Okay.
Okay, so I thought about R2.
Oh
and then I was
my
like,
gosh.
Is he even really a character? I didn't know we were including droids.
Ah, jeez.
What's it about Finn? Okay, Finn's on that.
So let me explain why thus far you're starting off terrible.
Yeah.
So I put Finn at number 10 for this very, very reason. I think Finn is a fantastic character that had the likes to be one of the best characters in all of Star Wars, but because of Episode 9, and I just feel like they were trying to rush and do so much stuff and didn't think to do 7 hours length of a movie time.
Yeah.
Episode 9 he fell off, but his story of being a stormtrooper who actually goes against and realizes not that he wants to be a good guy, he just feels like this is so bad, and he goes on, finds Rey, and I'm like, oh snap, he really cares for her.
Yeah.
Is he force sensitive? That's why he deserves to be there. Chewbacca is possibly the best sidekick character. Actually, I am going to say Chewbacca is the best sidekick character. The only reason why R2-D2's up there is because him and C-3PO are kind of a duo together.
Right.
But R2-D2 he's just there. So Chewbacca's fantastic. I love Han Solo so much because who Chewbacca is and him together. R2-D2 is freaking probably the best droid of all Star Wars. And I love BB-8.
Yeah, BB-8's great.
I love BB-8. Let's hear this blasphemousness.
So I'm respecting your Finn comment because I do think he had the potential to get there, but I think he was mishandled. I think we had an incredibly talented actor.
Yes.
But Rey, for me, she has to be in the top 10 because for me,
Okay.
she kind of personifies one half of that spectrum, right? Star Wars is always like a dual-sided thing,
Okay.
and I think obviously Obi-Wan does a great job of personifying that pure good, but I think especially in 9 they really round out the sort of she does have a little bit of a struggle, but she's always on the right side of things. So I've always appreciated that character. Leia, I think, is in the original 3 you've got like the heart and soul of those movies. For me, at least, is Leia. I think Han is the action, the fun, the adventure. Luke is our hero, but I think Leia is a big heart in the Star Wars franchise. That's why she has to be up there. Okay. And Yoda, I like because he's a little frog boy, and I like little frog boys.
Fair.
But
really quick pause.
Yeah.
Are you saying Yoda or Baby Yoda? I just want to clarify.
Real Yoda.
Real Yoda. Okay.
Grown up Yoda.
Just to make sure.
Big ol' Yoda. My only thing that I don't like about Yoda is he's a big old hypocrite. Sometimes he's a little mean.
Okay.
He didn't want to train Luke.
Okay.
He was wrong about that. He should have picked up on Anakin before he turned.
Should have.
But did not. Did not. So that's why he's not towards the top there. But I do like a little green frog boy.
Can I drop a big banger?
Yeah.
Big banger.
Do it.
Yoda's not on my list.
Wow.
We're gonna do number 7.
So you don't? It's because he's green.
Here's the thing. I'm okay with all colors,
Green.
but green is
Yeah.
green. That's one. I don't discriminate against colors, but it's something about green where I'm just like, I think of puke.
When I came in, I saw your propaganda against
Mm-hmm.
Kermit the Frog, and
You didn't have to say that.
it
though.
spoke volumes.
You didn't have to say that.
No, I didn't.
You didn't have to say that because
You can edit.
That's fine.
Right?
Yeah. Barney. I like 80% of Barney, but that stomach, that green, that
right
little
in the
green,
middle.
literally could cut that out.
It's
I love it
disgusting.
so much. Either way, we're gonna do number 7 to number 6. Dude,
do
I
it.
can't. I'm just tripping out that Leia's so low, and Rey is so low. Actually,
Really, I thought you were upset that Rey was even in my top 10. I didn't pick up on that. All right.
I actually have a better name for Rey, by the way.
Oh boy.
Just so you know. And then, yeah, I'm already excited because there's so many great characters. And I pray I'm spelling this.
Yeah, one of the best things about Star Trek is its characters. You know, they speak to us all.
Yeah, Star Trek Wars would be a fantastic crossover, honestly. It would just be all the Star Trek characters getting murdered by Star Wars characters.
That would be
Okay, we ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bam! Immediately. Coming up next, I put
Oh, there you go.
Ray Skypatine.
Yeah.
Skype or Palpa Walker was the other one.
Yeah.
But Skypatine, because obviously the last movie is called Rise of Skywalker, even though technically she is a Palpatine. So
Right.
Ray.
Who do you think that title's referring to? Rise of Skywalker.
Honestly, I mostly think it's referring to Kylo Ren.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I'm.
That's really who
that's
I think
where
it is. But because she says, "I'm Ray Skywalker. I'm Ray Skywalker." I think that was good. Skywalker. With her teeth. Because she has huge teeth.
I don't remember that.
Just how she smiles is big. I don't know if she really smiled that big. But you put Darth Maul made the list.
Yeah, he did.
I'm assuming this is for all the lore and everything. Not
Yeah, I'm
just
including the animated
Thank
stuff.
you. Okay, 'cause I was like, if you're
Because
just talking number
off of one movie, I don't think he makes
Fair,
the
fair, fair.
list. But I really think in Clone Wars specifically, but Clone Wars and Rebels, he really becomes one of the more interesting
fantastic.
Sith characters in the whole franchise.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
had to make the list.
Him and I'm gonna make sure I'm saying the name right. Savage Opress.
Opress, yeah.
That fight with Sidious.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time he's just laughing. Okay, yeah, Darth Maul.
Good
just,
stuff.
And then I have Leia Organa. I spelled it wrong, so then I put the G there. I think Leia, for me, deserves to be higher because watching her in 4, 5, and 6 was fantastic.
Right.
1, 2, and 3, she's there in 3 for a very, very split second.
Pieces of her
Pieces
are
of-
in
you just
other
see-
characters for 1 and 2 at least.
Leia. That was Padme saying it. Luke.
That was really good.
Leia.
That was really good.
When she died.
You should get into impressions.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you watch her in 7, 8, and 9, to see her as General Organa,
Yeah.
just everything about her, it just like to watch her rise up and really take hold as like the truest leader. I was like, dude, freaking Leia, like, yes, she ranked up higher, honestly, for me because of 7, 8, 9.
I think that's a
Purely
big
because
part
of
because
that.
I think in the originals they don't even really give her too much to do.
Yeah.
I mean, she is a damsel in distress, especially in the first one there.
Mhm.
But 7, 8, 9, well,
Yeah.
9 not as much.
And then I do think Rey deserves to be higher just because strong lead, and as a person who works at Disney, when 7 came out, to look at all these children come out with Rey, I was just like, yeah, we made a solid character. And I really do enjoy the story, even though it does kind of get a little wonky as 8 and 9 come out. But overall, I just think solid character. So Solo.
Han Solo. I mean, he is. You know, the music in Star Wars is kind of varied. It's got you've got the Force themes that come out when Luke or Rey's there, and then you've got like the bombastic kind of rebellion theme. That's Han Solo. And Star Wars isn't Star Wars without Han Solo.
All right, actually pretty solid. I will say, I think you've incorrectly placed Han Solo. but we will see. Number 5. Just number 5. And I'm dropping a banger. Banger.
Banger.
Banger. Let the beat drop. Oh,
so
yeah.
many talents.
They call me Mr. Talent. That was my name in 3rd grade. And then as you ready? Here we go.
What?
3,
Yep.
3,
Yep.
2, 1.
You're not gonna like mine.
Oh, but here's the thing. I think I really do like it.
Okay.
My number 5 is Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
I think the same reasons why Leia is high for me because of 7, 8, and 9 is the same reason why Luke isn't in the top 3 for me, because 7, 8, and 9 he drops a little bit for me.
Oh, okay.
He does drop just a little bit. So for me, Luke is fantastic. 4, 5, and 6. What would that be without the beautiful character development of Luke Skywalker going all the way through? So Luke himself, number 5. And then
Yeah, I get it. Ahsoka, I mean, you know,
fantastic.
if you haven't just fully embraced the Clone Wars yet, it's she does a lot for me in the way of like what Rey does, but she has more time to do it.
That's fair.
And so you get to see her kind of go from a character that everyone hated early on to I think one of the most popular Star Wars characters.
I am actually. I think. Are you okay with my number 5, or you don't like? My
I am
number
okay with your number 5. I don't want to spoil anything, but I would put Luke a little higher just because I think he is Star Wars. You know what I mean?
I will accept that.
Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
All right, number 4, and this is where we're gonna right some wrongs that were had earlier. We're gonna right those wrongs. I just wanted to show another talent.
Do you do puppets? Wow, that's really good.
Okay, you didn't even let me get the whole.
No, it was
No, I
really
had
good.
no,
That was the whole thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure was. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. The proper. Okay, you only moved him up 1 extra space. That's fine. That's fine. I put Han Solo at number 4.
Okay.
As much
Han above Luke.
So this is my thought process, okay? When you break down all of Star Wars,
Yes.
technically speaking, I think of Star Wars as a serious kind of a saga. There's like, you have a couple of jokes here and there. Obviously 7, 8, and 9, they wanted to make them more playful.
Yeah, definitely.
But when you look at the most outlander-ish character as far as personalities go, Han Solo pops off the screen from movie 1, day 1, and he just keeps it going even through 7, 8, and 9. He's such an outlier for me as far as personality that he just ranks up so high. And then also he's just a bad boy. I hate that.
He's a bad boy.
I would never really go for the bad boy, but in this case, Han Solo
Just
is
a scruffy looking nerf herder.
He
right?
is so good.
So good. I agree.
Name's Han. That was
Han or Han?
Han.
You know,
That's
calls him Han.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just said my name, but I meant to say Han. I don't even know who that was that I did. I don't know if I did Donald or if I did I just did a morphing of all of the Landos. All of the Landos.
A little bit of Kermit in there too.
Not Kermit though. Green.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. No fraud.
So Luke, just number 4.
I just think he's so important to the franchise. I agree with you that I don't know that it was the wrong choice that they made in 8.
Okay.
But I know it is a choice, and
right.
it doesn't sit with everyone. Where I think Luke's performance in 4, 5, and 6, I think, is universally agreed.
Universally agreed. Yeah.
But I think in 8, even though I like the way they went with him, I know some people didn't, so I can't put him any higher than 4. I think.
That's right. Let me say this much: for those people out there that don't like number 8 and is confused about number 9. That's your guys' fault, okay? Because when Star Wars Episode 7 came out, everyone was like, oh, it's just the same movie. Give us something different. And then what was 8? The most different movie you could possibly get. And then you guys got so mad about it that they just had to let's just do something for number 9. You people messed up Star Wars. You did.
You did it.
And I enjoy them all. I enjoy number 8. I understand it's a little awkward.
I have a hot take on 8. I think it's the second best, not most enjoyable.
Okay.
I think it's technically the second best Star Wars movie. It's Empire Strikes Back and The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is a wonderful movie.
I see, for me, Last Jedi is in my top 5.
There you go.
I just think it's fantastic. The best Star Wars movie of all time isn't even in the saga. It's Rogue One. Rogue One is...
Really?
I love Rogue One.
I like
the saga,
Rogue One.
My favorite one is actually Episode 3.
Interesting.
Yeah, Episode 3 for me is just you get to... So here's the thing. You have to go through the bad script, of Anakin in episode 2.
Yeah.
And then in episode 3, that was when, like, when people talk about Star Wars messed up Hayden Christensen's career, I'm like, dude, but episode 3, he just nailed it.
And then I'm with it. I think everyone in those prequels is so talented. You have Natalie Portman, you have Ewan McGregor, Samuel Jackson, you've got Liam Neeson, like all extremely talented actors.
Liam Neeson's.
They just were surrounded with non-opportunities, and I think that's what kind of screws it up, especially in 1 and 2, which are...
I like Jar Jar Binks. It's out. As a kid, I loved him.
How do I get out of this room?
No, I was a kid. And he's like, Misa Jar Jar Binks. I said, I hit him with the black.
Remember when he steps in the poo? When he steps in the poo?
Childhood me said, the nigga stepped in poo. Like, childhood me lost it. And then when I watched it as an adult, obviously when you watch it when you're an older person, you go, really? But as a kid, I mean, slap the skin off my knee. I laughed. So, black was on the wall. That's how hard I laughed.
That's fair. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's a character for kids.
It is. And unless you're in this generation, then everyone hates him. But that's fine. That's my only thing. I apologize. Let's do number 3.
Yeah.
Let's do number 3. And then this one was very tough for me.
These 3 were the hardest for me.
These were very tough. And
I changed them a few times.
And I'm honestly thinking I might change them right now, if we're being honest. But I'm very afraid of just, having a show canceled immediately. How do I want to do this, dude? Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm making a last-minute change.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
You're making it Jar Jar Binks? You changing it to Jar Jar?
Yeah. Jar Jar's actually my number 1, but I didn't want to. Okay, I'm good. All right, are we ready?
I was
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Who'd you put?
Darth Vader at 3.
Here's the thing. Okay, just because I understand. I completely understand. And that was my last minute change. Darth Vader was actually my number 2, but I made a last minute switch right now just talking about because it's my opinion. If we're going factually who should be the top 3, obviously. There's obvious things. Now I'm intrigued because I know we both have the same love of a specific character.
Yeah, I think
so I'm intrigued of who is going to be where.
Yeah.
But, I had to do this specifically. We can see this, right? It's Darth Vader and Anakin.
Yeah,
because it's a packaged duo, as I like to say. So, Darth Vader, fantastic. If you made a top 10 villains of all time villains, he is either number 1 or number 2 with him going back and forth with the Joker.
Him and Thanos,
the Joker. But
him and Thanos, and then the Joker. They're all there.
Can we get someone to finish the show out? Because I don't want him.
The Joker's hair is green.
Oh, that is a person.
Right.
Oh my god.
Thanos is purple.
Oh,
You've expressed
my
interest in purple people. So
crap.
Yeah.
I like the Blue Man Group.
Do you want to scrap the whole thing and
let's just
start over?
Let's start over. Rewind. If you do the top 10 villains of all time, number 1 and 2 are Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So either way, Anakin. The reason why he dropped last minute decision is because I talked myself into it, talking about the script of episode 2, and then also episode 1. I actually love baby Anakin. I think child Anakin is cool. His best thing obviously was the pod racing, to watch how dedicated he was. But overall, episode 2 is what really drops Anakin a little bit for me. But Darth Vader overall, when you package them together, they obviously should be the top 3, because just as much as Luke is Star Wars, obviously Darth Vader is Star Wars. So I just felt, for me, he dropped last minute to number 3.
I get it.
Why Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan, I think, is one of the most stagnant characters. Not stagnant in the way that he's boring, but stagnant in the way that he's always true to what that character is, whether it's Ewan McGregor or Alec Guinness playing him.
Okay.
It's consistent. It's a mentor. He's not always right, but he's always trying to be right. He's probably the only Jedi that we see in the entire saga, besides Rey, who actually practices what they preach.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think every franchise has an Obi-Wan. Harry Potter's got McGonagall. Every franchise has that one character that is actually enjoyable every single time they're on screen. Okay. And that's Obi-Wan.
I'm very excited because
I know where this is going.
I don't even know where this. Okay, here we go. Number 2, and this could be. We can either have the same thing or something different. And I'm very excited for this one. And this is where people will all be upset. Anyone watching this gets upset.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, you did do it!
I did.
You did
I
freaking
did.
do it!
I did do it. Yeah.
I just want to put this here. My all-time favorite Star Wars character is actually who I if I'm making the guess, I do believe he's
my number one.
He's your number one.
Yeah.
That's one thing I knew we had in common. We both love the heck out of Kylo Ren. It's something about Kylo Ren, because people were like, oh, he's a little baby, I'm just like, dude, pay attention to his character. He's technically my all-time favorite character. My number one is for the same reason of what he just mentioned, as far as always enjoyable and everything. My number one, which we might as well just write him at this point. Yeah. It was a crazy decision for me, but I had to put Sir.
I get it.
Obi-Wan Kenobi as number one. All the way through, there is no performance of his that I do not like, that I dislike.
Yep.
From Clone Wars to 4, 5, and 6 to 7, 8, and 9. Most people don't know it, but his voice was in 9.
Yeah.
Loved his performance in that.
It's great. It's probably his best moment.
Probably
in
one of the
yeah.
Just that little when everyone's talking, and I'm just like, that was Obi. There was Obi. That was Obi. Like you had to listen for there. And then 1, 2, and 3. Everything you can say about 1, 2, and 3 and how much you don't like them, Ewan McGregor alone
carries it.
Everyone knows that is the carrying factor.
Carries all 3 movies.
But yeah, let's talk Kylo Ren. Actually, real quick, let's talk why Kylo Ren is your number one and how Darth Vader drops.
So I think everyone typically would put Anakin or Darth Vader as number one. Makes you look at it, and those are the two that I struggle with the most, because I think episodes 1 through 9 are about Anakin Skywalker. All of them are about his rise, his fall, and his rise again.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he is Star Wars. But then they introduced Kylo Ren, who does the Anakin story better. He does the conflict better for me.
You know what's funny?
It makes more sense.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna agree with exactly with those words.
Yeah.
When he first comes out on screen, it's something about his presence. They built it great. The way the ship comes in looks humongous, and then he walks out. You have the perfect orchestra in the back playing, and then when the bullet gets shot by Poe Dameron, and you just see this, I've never been more hooked in my life. When Darth Vader first makes his appearance, hate me all you want. The only reason his first appearance impacted me is because I'm a 90s baby, so all I heard was people's like, Darth Vader's the greatest thing ever, and I see him and I go, oh yeah, I feel that presence. But Kylo stopped a bullet, and it did not move until he left, and I was like, oh, that's how you hook me. That's how you hook a person and a fan. And then you go through, and then you see like, because it's almost opposite of Anakin's story.
It is,
as far as like it grew quickly, because Anakin was good guy, immediately just started going to the dark immediately, whereas Ben, it was like, hey, I'm trying to figure this out, but like everyone's kind of like leaving me in the dust, so I guess I'm gonna go to the dark, even though I know I'm still conflicted. When Anakin wanted to go, he was gone.
And it's interesting too, because Anakin, I think, even when he is Darth Vader, he always thinks he's doing the right thing. Anakin always thinks he's the good guy in his story, and Ben Solo doesn't. Ben Solo, I think, knows he's the bad guy, and he even says it in 8. Rey calls him a monster, and he goes, yeah, I am. Because he knows he's being pulled to the light. He's not being pulled to the dark. He's an angsty kid who got betrayed by his uncle, and he's constantly being pulled back to the light, and he's fighting that, versus Anakin, who is being pulled towards the dark. But he still thinks he's the hero of the Republic.
My all-time favorite scene of 7, 8, and 9 is number 8, when Kylo and Rey are together.
When they touch fingers? Remember when they touch fingers?
You're talking E.T., but I'm talking episode 8.
Yeah.
Episode 8.
You said 8, I heard E.T.
A-T. Yeah, we definitely ate. Ah! E.T., AT&T. I knew it was sponsored by something. When they're both captured, and then Snoke, when he's like, I can read his mind, and I'm like, you must not be that great of a you can't be that great if you really can't read him. I just imagine kind of like, think right, and then he goes to cut in half. And
it's such a great moment too, because they tell you what's going to happen like 20 seconds before it happens.
They do.
So you know, like when the lightsaber is turning, and you suddenly see it kind of like about to ignite, you figure it out right before the movie tells you.
Yeah.
And it's this great moment of like, I know, boom, and then it happens.
Dude, it tripped me out because I remember watching that and I was like, isn't this supposed to be a trilogy? Because that's the end of the movie, right? That's
right.
all. It's over because Snoke is dead. And it was like weird because like you took the wind out of everyone because we were just like, I can't wait to see Snoke battle it out with Kylo. And then it was just like
Luke, right?
Oh,
Luke and Snoke.
true.
You think they're the masters that are gonna fight,
and then it's just he's dead, and you're just like, so then is it just Rey and Kylo like that? And then it ends, and then the whole Palpatine thing happened, which I'm not mad at.
I wanted Palpatine back, but I will say the one way to fix, I think, a lot of that, Snoke dies at the end of 8.
Yeah.
They have their moment on Crate, that battle, awesome battle with the salt mines and all that.
Yeah.
At the end of that movie, when they're all on the Millennium Falcon together, you hear that broadcast. The one they talk about in 9. Oh, we heard the Emperor's voice broadcast throughout the galaxy. If we heard that at the end of 8, then suddenly we're waiting 2 years to find out if Palpatine's back.
True. You ready for this? This is my last note on this. Rey would be in my top 5, if and only if, my one wish for the end of Episode 9. Obviously, I like Episode 9 a lot. I do think it suffered because it's like, it's your final movie. If Avengers Endgame can be over 3 hours, then if you're going to make a final Skywalker
so short?
I think it was just they were afraid. The fans were Star Wars fans. I think are the most aggressive fans.
They're temperamental.
It's Star Wars fans, and then maybe Harry Potter fans underneath.
Yeah, they're pretty picky.
Yeah, but Star Wars fans are aggressive. So I just feel like there was issues with that because again, Finn, his ending was kind of interesting.
Completely cut.
I'm blanking on her name. The
Rose.
Thank you. Yeah. We already knew it. They just completely like basically ended that character, kind of. Not her fault because I think she did great in 8.
That's the fans' fault.
Yeah, all fans' fault. So for me, the ending of it, Palpatine has died. Yep. Almost twice. For sure once. To his own lightning in the face. Is Episode 3, but he doesn't die. That's just Anakin comes in and slices the classic slice the arm off.
He'd learn that he can't lightning a lightsaber or else it bounces back.
Dude, so my issue was I was expecting, and I'm all the Jedi. I thought lightning, boom, and then Palpatine gets hit, stands up and goes, this has to end with the sabers. And I was expecting this 30-minute long
saber fight. Yeah.
That's what I wanted. But because it didn't, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get greedy. I don't want to be like those fans that talk too much. I'm going to enjoy the movie for what it is. But if it would have ended with a classic epic saber duel, hell, throw in Ben Solo and make it too. Like, make it be like, hey, and I'm all the Jedi. I would love it more because Palpatine's the most undefeatable person. He comes in, still beats Rey when she's all the Jedi, and then Ben comes in because you realize because Palpatine is so well versed in both the dark and light that you do need a second person. But it doesn't matter because once you get Ben and then Rey, as long as if they're together, So overall, Rey's number 7 just because I'm just like I wish there would be. But that's in my opinion, this is the list. This is my list. In Taylor's opinion, this is his list. I'm actually not mad at his list. Honestly, I mean, I could have did better. I could have put Yoda in here, but I just feel like there's people that I do feel higher.
I think my one thing is probably I would pull out R2 and have Yoda on your list.
You would take out R2 for that?
I think R2 is important.
Okay.
But I don't think he's more important than Yoda. Yoda gives you the legacy of the Jedi.
Okay, but tell me, look, now I'm just talking. Tell me it wasn't in Clone Wars when you saw that R2-D2 was in the hands of, I'm blanking, General Grievous, when he was in those hands, and Anakin was just like, we gotta get R2 back! I don't know why he sounded like DMX for half a second, but when Anakin goes, you're just sitting there and you're like, man, you gotta get R2 back! Get him back, man!
Even though you know there are 6 movies, or 5 movies after that where he will be okay.
When you're in it, you're in it. You don't think that far ahead. I was like, you gotta get him back, man.
One quick question though.
Go for it.
Who's the better Anakin, the live-action Anakin or the Clone Wars Anakin?
Purely because Episode 2, Clone Wars Anakin.
Clone Wars Anakin is such a better version of that character.
Dude, he's like real witty and he's dope.
And you actually buy that him and Obi-Wan are friends, are brothers.
Yes. His darkness in the Clone Wars kind of makes sense. Like some of the stuff where it's like, when he was like slicing people down for R2, I was like, kill him harder. I don't even know if that's a phrase. I was like, kill him harder. You don't take my droid, fam. No. You don't take my droid, fam. In my opinion, these are our lists. I'm very sorry. If you leave in the comment section if you like the lists or if you think your list is better, like and subscribe. You don't mess with the droids, fam. Bye.